So the first thing that I'm going to do is check. Maybe you got very lucky and heard something before that happens. So let's try your power times 5 for pure luck.
Power times 5?
Yeah, although...
should be 65.
Oh, no.
Which is pretty good. You're a pretty lucky person, so...
You can do it.
Let's do better this time.
0-1.
34.
Okay, so you hear a savage hiss as something very big on the other side of the door, and you can even recognize that something has just put its weight against the door from inside, so that when this arm crashes out at you, you are going to have the chance not to be grabbed. So let's see how the grab does in the first place, which is right. Oh, and all the dice I want. You know what? I will treat this blue one as the low one.
All right.
Okay. With a 43, the grab does seize you, but you can parry with your bare hands, your bare-handed parry. So.
25.
Okay, 25% to parry, to see whether this thing actually grabs you or are able to get the hand away.
68.
Oh,
No, is it 98?
Not even worse. Another fumble. So I'm just going to say that you're not even going to get a chance to oppose it with your strength. You are just going to get yanked in there.
Okay. Exciting.
Yes. Okay. Well, now I think we see our situation, shall we?
Yeah.
So right about the three of you, this is like the movie, right? The hard cut, or the panel in the comic book, the hard cut. So where's Erko?
I should have been back by now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Shouting? Looking around for anything.
Well, let's just try. Maybe he has forgot the time.
Yeah, so we just look around.
You're a good tracker.
Let's see.
So that
I
shouldn't be very
find
hard.
Anything.
Yeah. This is going to be another scan, basically. Oh, and also the place. Well, let's not forget the place that you guys saw all lead to this same spot.
Oh,
right. You maybe did not all go to that same spot, but you saw things about the area.
Yeah.
That would lead him to say, "Okay, we need to go check out this spot."
Stoneworks and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Yeah.
But you found the monster. So, kudos to you.
Yeah.
We start with trying to find Erko.
I decided to be less subtle.
I don't think we should be divided.
I had all this talk about ceremonies and things. I'm like, guys, I really do have a monster to fight. I really do. I'm ready.
But these are at the distance that they didn't hear anything.
Yes, correct. Yeah. So right now, you're going to see whether you can see whether Erko went to the spot.
I don't want to be divided in two groups or anything, so...
20.
Oh, excellent.
So what do I find?
Oh, perfect. Well, obviously, Erko, who is was not using hide or anything like that, made no effort to conceal the marks of your passage, and so where you stopped and had a snack or something like that is obvious. And sure enough, Erko was going straight to that spot.
So what I find is a place that looks very much disturbed and very much disturbed.
when you get there, when the three of you get there with Skava leading the way, come on.
Yeah.
So
when you get there,
something here
right? It's the question.
Seriously wrong.
Is that you can see that opening? You can see that it is broken. You can see that there is signs of some kind of struggle, and it's very obviously something broke this door from the inside, and Erko is probably standing about right there.
I got this bad feeling. Maybe I should be a bit careful and check out with some magic.
Aha.
And I'm gonna use detect enemies on myself.
Okay, you go right ahead.
Alright. And what do I sense?
Okay, you sense that there are several entities in there, which are deeply committed to savage destruction, and furthermore that they are very hungry, and they know you're there, and you are one large walking slab of steak. And they are very, very hungry.
I'm just gonna take up the Romfia as I start sitting there and say, so, we might have a bunch of them.
Okay.
Might want to eat us.
I
And
know
might have eaten
food!
Erko. And they might have
I'm
eaten
going for my
Erko.
sword.
That's right. Food again, damn it. Is every monster hungry? What is this? Okay, so let's see how you are doing.
Yes.
So you are struggling in the dark and a little bit disadvantaged, but I will tell you that your shortish axes are actually pretty good weapons for this kind of situation.
Yeah, it's
There is worse weapons. If you had a Romfia and were grabbed and dragged in somewhere, you might have a little harder time. You have some usable axes, and so the first thing to do is to try to get your hands on one, unless you want to.
No, that's
No,
good.
you were also not very lucky. Remember?
Yeah.
So I think the not very lucky part is all about how you basically didn't have your axe in hand either. So go ahead and let's see about some strike ranking.
Yeah, it's a
Have some-
only bad thing. I'm not
These dice?
nearly as good at handling a sword as I am handling a bow.
Yes, correct.
But the sword it is.
Yeah.
They
Maybe
are
we should
close.
try to pull them out and not fight them in the cavern.
How do we do that?
Well, got to get in there somehow. Yeah.
If Erko's in there, I mean,
We are in there, right?
So I'm gonna
if-
see headshot
yeah.
attack. Or,
Yes. Let's do. First of all, what is your base strike rank?
strike.
Strike rank here
Strike rank.
is 5, right?
Okay. Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you look at the one for your axe as well, which is
Okay.
4. So you will be coming in on strike rank 9.
Oh, okay.
And you will be interested to know that their attack is also on strike rank 9. So that means that they have pulled you in, and they seem, whatever it is, seems very intent to get you out of the light.
Okay.
So instead of just savaging you right there upon the grab, they drag you.
So they are not going to come out, so we have to go in, which
And
makes
so,
for a movement.
So that basically sets the strike rank at 1 instead of giving them an advantage, because they had to pull you in
Yeah.
a little ways, and here we come. So the
How big is the entrance that we see?
the entrance that you see is exactly like all these cute little hills here in Sweden with the
Okay.
root cellars built into the
Basically.
hills,
Yeah.
which is so cool to the American that I cannot even describe to you. You were looking at me like I'm crazy. What are you, just a cellar? And I'm like,
No,
those
I
are
lo- I
so
love those.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that don't agree.
Really?
Especially since spiders seems to have a very nice habit of actually wanting to live in those.
They do.
Yeah,
Who cares
yeah,
for
I can understand
spiders?
that.
Depending on who you ask, spiders are not nice.
I think
I
they're
like
great.
spiders.
Yeah, they are.
We need a spider god in our game, don't you think?
Yes.
Yes. We do.
Yes.
Next session,
That
spider
always-
god.
Yeah. That
No
always
problems
ends
with
well.
spiders.
Yes, for sure.
Okay, so while he is looking up mischief, are we going to decide who's going in first?
This could actually be time to use Fireblade, maybe.
And you may want to go first.
Good
But
thinking.
Fireblade,
Yes,
is
very.
it like a summoned weapon, or is it just that I use magic to put my blade on fire? Or
That is correct.
can I use my spear? And
You can use
Fireblade?
either the spear
Okay.
or the sword. You have the rune for it on both of them.
Oh, okay.
And so either one of your choice, and also the spear might actually be held in a certain way. The spear might be better for this circumstance.
But I'm gonna lose 4 powers
That's right.
permanently. Yeah. Okay.
No, not permanently. It will
No.
recover,
Temporarily.
but in
Okay.
time.
They come
Yeah.
back.
It comes back, but the trouble is your defense.
It might come back. You're very
It will
positive.
come back.
Okay, it will come back.
In
Well,
that
if you
case,
live long
Yeah,
enough
okay.
for it.
Yes.
Which is why I say use the power.
Okay, let's do it.
So you get to live there enough. In that case, Aaron in second.
I don't know why I'm having such trouble with this particular
And now
rule
you
that
can
I'm
use
looking
your
for, but it's driving me
mutants,
kind of nuts. Ah, there we are.
It's much like the other one.
Preparing a weapon, surprise, night movement. Yeah. Okay. And so, yeah. It doesn't really say what happens when two individuals have the same strike rank, but I am just not going to worry about it and say that we will give pride of place to player characters because they've got to have some kind of advantage. So if you're coming in on the same strike rank, I'll give it to the player as a general thing. So you go right ahead and seek to strike at this thing. They do have a defense score. I'm not telling you what it is, but if you barely make your roll, you're probably just going to miss.
Okay.
So you're hacking at this. There is just a little bit of dim light from the entrance, so it's hard to see. The only reason that you have a good target is because they actually have grabbed you. So that's a pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good.
I know where they are.
Yeah, exactly. You can. So I'm not going to penalize you for the darkness because of that.
Okay.
If you were far away from standing on facing each other to fight, that would be different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 21.
Oh, that will do it. You have a 6. You are pretty good with the axe, right? You are. You are better at throwing, but.
Headshot is 50.
Right.
Is there an axe as well?
Yeah, thrown.
Where's the axe?
It's the same. It's just the same
it's
weapon.
the same.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you are really good with that.
Yeah.
So, okay. So anyway, good. That's well within its defensive range. So let's roll this die to see where it hits. Arm. What do you guys say? The arm. It's always the. Oh my God! I think that's a good hit. I think that's the abdomen. Yeah, you managed to chunk into it, and so which is not so bad. And so
that's really good.
Yeah, and so now we are going to roll some damage.
These ones?
Huh? No, it's a
One
D6.
D6, so one of these.
Everybody is so helpful.
Well,
Here, you just went 4. Oh,
5.
excellent. Okay.
No.
+1.
Oh, +1. Yeah,
Yeah,
5.
okay.
Yeah.
So excellent.
Thank you.
So
friends and
If
companions.
they don't have armor, that's probably it for them.
yeah, but I will give you something to understand that you give what is effectively a disemboweling cut into somebody's lower body, and it is there's a strange. No, there's the impact. You can feel it, but there's a strange smell is released, a gaseous, rotten smell that is not what you really want to smell in a place like this.
No.
Right. The noises that it has been making this entire time is that same kind of awful noise, and well, you are busy. I won't give you a perception check at this time. And so, and although that could easily, as you say, have put an unarmored person down, if not killed but incapacitated, then you would expect something like that. But okay, so that one is the low one, and 88. Yeah, so. You are so lucky. So the claws, hand with clawed hand scrapes down, and just to find out where, that one is going to be a 13, which is on an arm, right? So it's something it's seeking to claw at the arm that it is holding, and the worst of all though is that right 14. The arm again. Yeah, it's also so it's kind of got your arm. It is clawing at the arm.
Just one of the arms.
Yeah, that's what it's got.
Yeah.
And you can actually feel the bite. It's trying to bite. So you can just the way that you are understanding the body is moving. You know it's brought its head down, clawing at your arm and trying to gnaw on it.
Nice.
Right. Okay.
Do they have any previous knowledge what we could expect some kind of creature living here?
Oh, well,
Or
only...
is it like so many that it's...
Well,
just-
and-
What was that about people being locked in there?
Local knowledge.
Shit.
It's not coming too clear. And this, you're out of your region, and things like that, so you're not going to get a roll.